Good morning and
Yeah.
welcome to Ignite the Flame. This is Gerald Cozy and I am here today with Kelly Petty. Hi, Kelly. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fantastic. Thank you, Gerald, for having me on this morning. It's
Well,
always
thank
an
you.
honor to be here.
It's an
Thank
honor
you.
to have you. It's an honor to have you. Well, let's start by sharing with Ignite Nation your role, how long you've been with the organization, and what you do pretty much on a regular basis here.
Absolutely. I have the privilege of working with all three of our Ignite Northwest Indiana facilities, alongside our directors of business development out in the field, as well as our director of reservations and admissions internally. I don't want to forget to mention, though, all the amazing teams at the building level who truly make the magic happen every single day and allow us the opportunity to do what we do every day. I never want to forget to mention those amazing staff members who truly make it happen internally. I feel very fortunate to be able to work alongside of some of the best hospital partners in the Northwest Indiana area, including the amazing social workers, case managers, physicians, in a really collaborative effort. I think our role, along with the team, is to really provide that level of knowledge and education as to really why Ignite is truly the top post acute provider in the region.
Wow. You shared so much there. First of all, congratulations to your team. It sounds like you have one heck of a group that you work with. I hope those professionals out within our three resorts that you just mentioned understand the value that they bring and how when we drive census, it's a team approach. We're
Absolutely.
driving, bringing our value to our guests. Is basically it in a nutshell. So when you talk about the magic happening, let's talk about the magic. What are some of the results that you and your team have been able to demonstrate? We just had our Flame Awards day, and woo, you all were killing it. So talk a little bit
Thank you.
about that for us.
Yeah, so there's an award for best and most approved census, and our teams in Northwest Indiana have consistently won the award for King of the Jungle, which means that your team is consistently crushing those occupancy goals. And I'm just so proud of all the teams that work tirelessly. Right, it's those relentless efforts that they put in each and every day. So I'm super excited to bring home some hardware to Northwest Indiana, truly deserving, but it really does take an entire village to really achieve those kind of results and really everybody working together to achieve great outcomes.
Everybody working together to achieve great outcomes. One of my greatest joys as a partner with Ignite Medical Resorts has been participating on the Flame Award Day and hearing all of our lions roar. We talk about how you and your team have had the privilege of roaring over the past few recognition days. What I want to ask you is how do you go about goal setting for your team? Because if you're crushing the awards, that means on the front end, you had to set up a goal in order to set out on that route to achieve it. So, talk to me
Absolutely.
about goal setting for you and why that's been so important for the growth of your team and the results that you all put up on the table.
Yeah. As far as the business development end of it, I truly have the privilege of leading a team who honestly never settles for mediocrity, right? They understand the expectation, they take accountability, and they take pride in what they do each and every day. So we start every morning as a team. We have our team, census huddles. We always start with the game plan. We're very solution and results driven. So I think right from the moment we have that call in the morning, we truly commit to each other as a team, but also to our guests, our families, our hospitals who count on us 24/7, 7 days a week to really make it happen. We look at as a team, we look at every challenge as an opportunity, and we learn together, we grow together, we set goals, and we set out to crush all those goals each and every day. And that's really a collaborative team effort.
So,
Yeah.
you mentioned we crush our goals and we crush our goals for our guests. Isn't that amazing? Sometimes at the resort level, it could be a Friday and we can have three admits coming, and we expect them to come in after 5 o'clock, and everybody's like, ah. However, the hospital depends upon us. Our guests depend upon us. I was in
Yeah,
Norman, Oklahoma last week, you all. The facility is incredible. Went to my first Ignite Medical Resorts community, and when I tell you I was floored, I was floored. Just an incredible facility. The reason this is important, we need to have every single customer, every single patient at the hospital who needs to go get rehab the Ignite Resorts way. We owe it to them to be ready, ready, locked, and loaded, ready to serve, and ready to give them the best. Because what I saw in Norman, Oklahoma is what I think everybody wants to see, a place where they can go be served well, where they can rehab with the best, and they can get on their way home as quickly as possible. Thank you so
absolutely.
much. Thank you so much. So, Kelly, since we have you and you are committed to driving census, what is one piece of advice that you would give our leaders when it comes to driving census at the community level?
Absolutely. So, the one piece of advice that I would give is that success is not luck. It's truly the efforts that we put in each and every day. So, hard work and hustle are truly the two key components that are game changers. So, I don't think any of our team accepts mediocrity. And I always say, if you want to win, you have to be anything but ordinary. So we're accessible 24/7 to our hospital partners. We really truly become the masters of our market. And we're always looking outside the box for creative events, keeping our community, our hospital partners, professional partners engaged. And also on the flip side, we try to really create that level of expectation. So if you want it, you're going to work for it.
Mic drop. If you want it, you're going to work for it. You know, as a speaker, I often talk from stage about being a micro brand within a macro brand. So the macro brand would be Ignite Medical Resorts, and the micro brand would be Kelly Petty. And what I want our leaders to understand is that the micro brand brings value to the macro brand. So if you're thinking about it, every action that we take as a team contributes to the macro brand. So here within our resorts, we have these micro brands of all our professionals who are coming together and bringing their skill set, their heart, their love to the table. And then collectively, we have an impact on the organization that allows us to roar and to roar with boldness and accuracy and enthusiasm. So if you can't tell, uh, I can certainly see why you are a recipient of the McKnight's Women of Distinction Rising Star Award. So let's talk
Thank
about
you.
that a little bit. McKnight's is a great publication, great organization.
Yes.
Talk to us about the award and how it made you feel to be a recipient.
Oh my goodness. I felt so honored to be able to receive the Rising Star Award through McKnight's. I feel like it was so impactful to be surrounded by a group full of women who have really paved the way for healthcare. And they're so influential. And I just felt that it was just an amazing evening to be honored and be surrounded by truly exceptional women who have really paved the way for all of us.
Awesome. And congratulations.
Thank you.
We would like all of our Lions out here to know that at Ignite Medical Resorts, we are developing leaders at every level within the organization. And guess who plays the role, the number one role in that development? And that's each and every one of you. So with that, I want to ask you to speak with us about your development. How did you grow into this role? Uh, what steps did you take in order to advance your career within senior healthcare?
Absolutely. So in college, I was actually given the opportunity to work part time in a local nursing home. And I also had the opportunity in college to conduct my internship at Oak Forest Hospital in Illinois. So I was given the exposure in the hospital setting as well as that post acute setting. And really, honestly, from that moment on, I never look back. So, fast forward 17 years now. And, I started out as admission coordinator, worked my way up. And then, of course, the last 8 years I spent in the role of some form as a regional or vice president of business development. So, um, that is kind of, how I got my start. And of course, I know you asked the question as well before, what keeps you passionate every single day. And I know this may sound cliche, but I get to wake up and do what I love each and
Mm,
every day. So it never really feels like a job to me.
mm.
We work hard, we play hard, we celebrate our wins. That is something I love about Ignite Medical Resorts, is that this is a company who truly appreciates and highlights, all the wins that we, achieve as a team and as a collaborative group. So I do appreciate all the hard work that goes into it, but also Ignite acknowledging that hard work that's put in each and every day.
But tell me one fun fact about yourself, Kelly.
Yeah. So, as a young kid, I felt like my parents did a lot of sacrificing. I think I was in every activity under the sun, but I really found my passion in basketball. So I was on a collegiate scholarship for women's basketball at the University of St. Francis,
Wow.
and so fortunate I got to travel all over the world, got to travel to Australia, play overseas, um, and I really feel like the game of basketball really taught me the skills that I apply in my everyday life and even in my career. So, very fortunate to have those opportunities and be able to, you know, basketball was really truly the game of life and it taught me a lot of things.
Wow. So you a hooper. Yeah.
I'm a hooper, Gerald. I'm a
Oh
hooper.
my goodness. That is a fun fact. You know what's so crazy is one of my mentor actually is a former athlete, and he did not start in college. And every summer he would ask his coach what he had to work on during the off season so that he can go to the league. And his last summer, he said, you got to lose 20 pounds and learn how to hit a jumper. And he did. And he ended up playing in the NBA. Never started in college. Can
Oh,
you believe that? So
amazing.
the takeaway for me is every season, find something to work on in the off season so that we can continue to grow ourselves and continue to have the impact that we want to have. Because when I listen to you and I listen to the effort that you and your team are putting forth, you all are not coming off the bench. You all are starting and you are definitely delivering excellence. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. So if you had to give any final comment to Ignite the Flame podcast and all of our lions out here, what would it be, Miss Kelly?
Yeah, so I think the one thing I have learned throughout the time is that leadership has nothing to do about being in charge, right? It's the amazing responsibility of helping those around us rise and truly taking care of those in our charge. So I try to, make sure that we surround ourselves with like-minded individuals who are determined to get up each and every day, crush occupancy goals, and never settle for less.
Mm, awesome. And I'll just tag on with that one, as I like to say, with every meeting that we have together, there is nothing more honorable, Ignite Nation, than placing the needs of someone else before your very own. And here we place the needs of our guests before our very own each and every day. That is honorable. And that's something that I don't want you to ever forget. So until we meet again, I'm going to ask you to continue delivering excellence, keep crushing it, and remember, you can grow your career here at Ignite. So take the steps necessary in order to advance your skill set forward. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us today. Thank you for your team for all the crushing efforts that you all are putting forth there. And we'll talk to you all later, Ignite Nation.
Thank you so much.